Hello, crypto. How's everybody doing out there? I hope you're doing well. Can you believe it? We have the test game live on Pulsechain mainnet. Yeah, exciting times for me. Running a lot of tests today. Everything's working more or less. A few little glitches here and there, but yeah, pleased with how everything is going so far. We get this week over us, and the game will be ready to launch. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Just in time for the bull market. Ricky Hart's court case is coming up. Ractamber is over, almost beyond us, into October, into the elections, and the long-awaited bull run for Pulsechain can commence. Or can it? Or can it? Look, I've got my hoodie on. It's we had 7 beautiful days of weather here in Ireland. Glorious. It was probably the best week we've had all summer. But the weather changed today, and it's got a hell of a lot colder. So got the hoodie on. It's pretty chilly here in the office where I do the streams. So let's have a quick nosy. We're going to get into all the details of the test game that's live at the minute. So what's happening is that obviously the game is built to last for up to 280 days. But what we're doing is running a 5-round test game. We're already in round 1. The round 1 started this morning at I think about 7 o'clock, and it finishes tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Then there'll be a quick brief break in between where we have to run all the figures, update all the stats, allow people who are joining for round 2 to allocate their portfolios, and then we run into round 2 then after that. So the plan is that we run through 5 rounds over the next week or so, just to test all the different functions. The main things that we're okay, so all the functions, all the in-game functions work, all the leaderboards work, the rewards work, all that kind of stuff. What we're really doing on this test game is checking that the things like what we call lateral entry, which means if you buy an NFT during round 1, you can't join in the game until round 2. So we call that lateral entry. So that's one of the things that we really need to test here on mainnet, that the lateral entry works. The other thing is what we call re-entry. So what we have is we've had a to reward our early minters. We created a whitelist where they can pay back in. If they get eliminated before the prize rounds, they can pay their way back into the game. And we call that re-entry. So if we have NFTs at the minute that get eliminated in round 1, we want to be able to test that those that we whitelist can join again in round 2 or round 3. So those are the main things that we are testing on mainnet. And then obviously just going through all the regular stuff, just checking price feeds, checking the trading works, checking the boost functions work. So as I say, the contracts are sweet. We know that the contracts are legit, that they are all working and doing what they're supposed to do, because we have been testing this for months on testnet v4. It's just a matter of making sure the UI does all the things you wanted to do. And on testnet, I think the most we had was maybe about 15 people test it at once. So this is just, we've got the community stepping up at the minute to play this test game over the next 5 days. We are also offering the winner $250 of PLS for participating. So at least somebody will win something. The long-awaited beginning of the Pulse Wars prize pool payouts will happen at the end of the test game. I can't believe it's been so long. It really is 23rd of September. It is a year ago right now that I had this idea to build the first game, the first idea. It was actually called Bull Market Battles was the name of the game. When I submitted the white paper to the development agencies back then, it was called Bull Market Battles. So yeah, we've gone through a lot of changes. we were so quick. The first 3 months of planning, development, September, October, November, December, we announced it publicly on Boxing Day. I put out the first tweets on Boxing Day. And from there, it was only 3 months until we sent the mint live. And then this famous old story, it has done, Pulsechain's done nothing but die ever since. But we're getting there. We're getting there. So yes, just a couple of comments there. Red Squirrel in the house. Oi, oi. We had a few comments going back a few months ago when the shit was hitting the fan with Pulsechain, when Pulse Wars was up against it. We had a few chats, a few calls, made a few decisions of what way to take the game. And he's saying there that I am taking the prize himself. LOL. That's right, motherfuckers. In the test game, one of my NFTs is ranked #1. So let's get a quick look at Pulsechain. Is the bottom in? I've been running this show now for nearly 5 months. And probably here we were saying the bottom's in. Here we were saying the bottom was in. Here we were saying the bottom is in. Now, can we just pop above, get back above this here, little mark here? Only time will tell. But I think, we can't keep going down forever, can we? I don't think so. I actually started buying more. I've been DCing quite a bit over most of this time, but yeah, I bought some of these green candles here on the way up, and just DCing a little bit more, trying to keep those bags stacked up for go time. RH court case is up. Can you believe it? Some things that seem so far away, so long ago, it was being talked about, the court case in October, and we're almost there. See some people kind of saying at the minute that we're could get back the sack rate before the court case. Mainly, that's KDP saying that. If you're taking your investment advice from KDP, maybe your long-term advice is okay, but short-term never seems to get anything too right, that girl. Pulse X. I've been loading up more Pulse X than Pulse, to be honest, myself. I don't know. I think it seems to be able to pop a little bit harder when it does pop. Probably dips a bit harder too, but yeah. Anybody know what's going on with PDI as well? Seen a few people mention I got a DM about PDI's rugging. So I don't think it's rugging at all. I haven't even had a chance to look at any updates, but yeah, it doesn't look like a rug to me. It's already being the dip is already being bought up. Again, I loaded up. Typically, I loaded up more PDI myself yesterday, just to make sure that I've got the million in the bag, just in case. You never know. This is a crazy place we're in, crypto. It's a crazy space. You may think it's foolish to think PDI can get to $1. I don't care if it gets to $1. If it gets to 25 cents, I'll be happy to take 250 grand for the privilege. So if it doesn't get anywhere near that, at least it should pump with everything else. So not too much exciting news really going on. Obviously, PTGC, UFO, X, that whole ecosystem absolutely lit on Pulsechain. It is the star of the show at the minute. So yeah, just saying, stop laughing my ass off. One thing, I'll be honest here. I've been so busy in Titan X that I have, my Twitter feed lately has, this is the Pulsechain feed, so it's slightly different, but my Twitter feed for my own personal page has been taken over by Titan X. I'm building and helping so many projects over there that has taken up a lot of my time. So, I'm not fully up to speed with everything that's going on Pulsechain at the minute. Not like I used to be. And that doesn't mean, look, I still turn up here every single week. I'm still building hard at this game. I have not changed my faith and allegiance to Pulsechain at all. It's just kind of, it's treating me very well over there. It's treating me very well. So you kind of go where you're treated best at the minute. So that's kind of the reason. But, one thing I'll say is, one thing has not changed. And I've been having a lot of fun in the Titan X ecosystem. And yourself, Pulsechain ecosystem, the Pulsechain community, I always tried to stay out of all the beefs, all the nonsense, all the drama. But I just come along today and just see like the comments, just like, what happened? You go in and it's people attacking, attacking B roots, attacking PLUSD. It's like you don't have anything positive to say. Don't say anything at all. Simple. So I'm glad that Pulse Wars is almost ready, and I can get stuck back in. As I say, I've been DCN still all this time. Was lovely to take some profits as well from my Titan X bags, bridge them into Pulsechain. That's all I've been doing. The DCA is bridging in my profits, and there was a time I was bridging out to try and take part more in Titan X. Been bridging back into Pulsechain to nibble away at my core coins over there. So all is good. Now let's get into some tasty stuff. Let's remove this one. Remove. Let's get a look at the DApp, see what's going on. So if you want to play in the game, anybody can still come along and join in these 5 rounds of test games. Because round 1 has started, if you mint an NFT before 10 a.m. tomorrow, you will get a window of about 4 hours tomorrow, 8 hours tomorrow, where you will be able to come along and do all the kind of pre-game trades that we have enabled for when the game starts. So if you want to come along, there's still plenty of time. Go to test.pulsewars.io. And this is, although it's a test game, it is built, or it is live on Pulsechain mainnet. And we have some transactions are kind of slow this last couple of days when we've been running through tests. Some transactions bump really quick. I've actually had to do a couple of nonce swaps just to get stuck transactions moving a bit quicker. But yeah, all is going fine. So if you want to participate, you go to here. You can see down here, we have had 441 test NFTs minted. I'm not quite sure how the blockchain is still so shit. It doesn't actually give me accurate data of how many people are holding those 441 NFTs. But it's nice to see that we've got a good number of test NFTs playing the game. My NFTs. So if we go in here to my NFTs, sorry, forgive my cough. I think I've got this 100-day cough they're talking about. I've had it for about 2 weeks and just not going away. So this is all the NFTs, the 10 NFTs that I have minted for the test game. So just a little note, if you're playing, the images aren't synced up properly to the metadata. So whenever you're looking at what class you've got of NFT, look at the writing down here. So ignore the images and the main name. The class is what you're looking for. So like this native power item, Pulsechain, that is what the actual class of NFT is for the test game. Red Squirrel, maybe I should have minted more than one, LOL. Yes, look, feel free, Red Squirrel, to mint a couple more tonight. What will happen exactly? The game, round 1, will end tomorrow at 10 o'clock. There will be a 4-hour period, and then the pre-game will open up for round 2. Pre-game will enable people that rejoin or people that mint new NFTs to do their pre-game trades and then join in round 2. Round 2 will start at about 10 p.m. UK time tomorrow night, and then that will run for 24 hours. So there's always a little bit of time between each round. First break is to allow all the data and everything to update, make sure and give us time to upload all the people's rewards. It gives people time to re-enter if they want to re-enter and then do all their selections, and then round 2 can start. If you progress through round 1 and you end up if you're after round 1, you're in the top half of the table, you will not need to do anything. You'll just start round 2. You'll just be active again in round 2 whenever it starts. So like I say, for anybody new coming along, you can mint new NFTs and join, or if you're already playing the game like Red Squirrel, mint another couple, and you can kind of play around with those as well tomorrow for round 2. So I've already actually claimed a lot of my portfolios and things. This little button here, when the game starts, this little button here, Pulse Wars, this will actually filter out all my NFTs that are currently in the game and show me what rank they are. So look, I've got the number 1 ranked NFT at the minute. So let's go in and have a look at that portfolio. Trade now. So this is saying here, Pulse Wars round 1 has 12 hours and 16 minutes left. So this is a power item. So a power item, I should have 2 trades. So Turbo and Axis. The reason this portfolio is in first place is because of Turbo. It might have pulled back a little bit at the minute, but you know, this portfolio started off at 10,000 DAI a couple of days ago whenever I claimed it. I think I claimed this one maybe last week sometime. Anyway, if we look at the Turbo chart, that's showing the 24-hour, but over 7 days, you know, I've caught this run up. I think I minted it maybe the 17th. So I've caught this run up of Turbo. If I click advanced chart here, it will bring me through to the real, well, the DAX screener chart. So look at this for a pump. That's why this NFT is in first place. Then Turbo ran up 70% since the 16th. I think I claimed it on the 17th, maybe. So it's maybe somewhere around here. That might have ran up. Let's see. Let's just put it from the bottom here. 40%. So that alone's run up 40%. And then Axis is in the other one in this. Axis, if I click Axis, 7-day advanced chart for Axis. Let's get a look at the Axis chart. Yeah, look at that. Poof. So that's why this portfolio is in first place. Whenever I minted it, it randomly selected 2 coins from our in-game list. The power items, only founders and power items are the only 2 types of NFT that can trade all 40 coins in the game. Founders are the strongest, but the power items, because they only get a 2-coin portfolio, we try to give them a little bit of an advantage of being able to utilize all the coins in the game. So at the minute, look at that. That's beautiful. Sometimes it seems to be that sometimes at the minute in the test games and this game at the minute, that the lower number of coins in the portfolio seem to be doing well. That's maybe not a good thing long term. You know, there was one Holton Titan X that won the last testnet game, and obviously you see this one with only 2 coins that pumped well. It's took off to a really, really good start. So look, this 2 trades per round. So this round lasts 24 hours. There's I think it's about 11 hours left. So I can still do 2 trades. Now let's get a look at. I don't actually want to trade any of these. I don't want to trade out of any of these. I don't want to fuck up my first place. So I'm going to use a different one. I was going to use this to show an example of how the trades work, but I'm not actually going to do it. No point in ruining my own first place. If I win, I'll not take the prize. I will give it to whoever comes second. But it would be nice to be nice to win the test game as the founder. So I'll go back to my NFTs and pick a different one. If anybody has any questions at all, feel free to pop them in the chat. A good one to show the trades is the founders. So the founders are the strongest in the game. They get 8 trades per round, way more than any other NFT. And they also get to utilize what we call the boost function. So I did the boost function today. See here, what the boost does every round, if you have the boost function in your NFT, it will boost part of your portfolio by 10%. So I called it this morning, and I got a 2% boost on the highest coin in my portfolio, which at the time was Wrapped Pulse. So I got a 2% boost in the number of pulse that I had in the portfolio. See here, it says boost. That was 2% of the amount that I had this morning whenever I called the boost. So as you can see here, this one's ranked 53rd. The portfolio is only up $536 since the game began. Sorry, since the NFT portfolio was claimed. You start off with 4 coins as a founder. You get to pick them. So I picked Pulse, Titan X, Trump, and EHEX. But for testing purposes this morning, I dumped the EHEX just to test what the trades were doing. So I dumped the EHEX. It was on a bit of a pump into DAI. So in this minute in time, I have 2,958 DAI that I can use from selling my EHEX. So the reason I did that was to, whenever you have 4 coins, it will only display the 4 coins you have here. It's only once you sell one of the coins, you can never go more than 4. So the game doesn't give you the option to pick more coins if you don't have it enabled to be able to buy one. So once I sold and I hold 3 coins, you always ignore DAI because you can always hold DAI extra. But I did this just to show. So now you can see there that I can buy any of these coins that I want. So let's get a look here and see what's I have a lot of these on. Give me a second here. Whenever I click through the links, it doesn't show my. This is on Chrome. This is on different browsers. That's why it's not showing up all my favorites from. Somebody in the chat, give me a good coin to buy at the minute out of this list. What have we got? Go back. We have got first person to say in the chat what coin to buy. It's what I'll buy. So we'll run through them. These are the 20 non-Pulsechain coins: Mog, Arb, Turbo, Trump, Cult, Crow, Matic. Fuck it. Nobody's commented yet. I'm gonna pick Titan X just because it's treating me so well. Let's have a quick look. The 7-day Flux isn't in the game yet, loser. 7-day. Oh, it's kind of leveling out a wee bit. Let's just click the advanced chart. Get a quick look at that. Yeah, I think that's all right to buy. I'll go back. Okay, so I've still have 7 of 8 trades. I don't want to mess around too much, but I do want to go back into 4 coins. I don't want to be holding DAI whenever the market is potentially bullish. So let's dump all that DAI. I want to buy Titan X. So if I hit Titan X, I click my DAI balance here, and that will put in the amount of Titan X that I will get for my full DAI balance. Click buy. I fucking love this little game. It's going to be so awesome whenever we launch the real thing. PLUSD. Let me give you a little. Okay, so I've just tried to buy that. Let me give you a little heads up here. Let's see. I'll wait to see if this transaction goes through quick. Every time I do these these live demos, the blockchain screws me over with slow transactions. So PLUSD actually messed up the algos of the game today. We were running around after we launched. The price feeds failed. And it was because we had settings in the game that only went to something like 6 zeros. So without realizing, PLUSD rugging messed up the whole price feed, the whole lot. It threw a bug, an error into the whole system. So we had to realize that we need to allow for up to like 10 zeros more. Okay, there we go. Just be careful. If a transaction takes a long time, sometimes it'll say failed. but the transaction will have went through. So I just know this from playing. If I, yeah, there we go. Tighten X. Well, I was already holding Tighten X. Oh, I just went heavier in. Now I'm 50% of my portfolio was in Tighten X. Okay, that's just for the sake of it because I've got a couple more trades. Trump is on a pretty grim downtrend. Let's just have a quick check. Trump. 7 days. Dump. Maybe level out. No, I'll leave it at that. Anyway, you get the gist. I have 6 more trades. I'll just leave that one at 3 coins. Trump, Titan X, Rat Pulse, and there's my rank is at number 53 at the minute. We should I'll go back to my NFTs. We should get the next portfolio or leaderboard update in I think about 10 minutes time. I think all the testnet times are a little bit out from the main game or from what we originally designed. So we've got the website is as it would be for the full mainnet game, but we have testnet data in the back end. So some of the stuff you're looking at on the front end isn't exactly what it should be. For example, up here, remember, if you're playing and you click here, it'll filter them into your ranks in order. I'll take that off again. And that's just all my NFTs. Let's see. If we go to here, Pulse Wars leaderboard. So it says here, leaderboards are updated 8:05 a.m. and 8:05 p.m. GMT. It's actually about 10 p.m. UK time at the minute, 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. UK time at the minute. So hopefully this will, hopefully this runs. I have a bot in Telegram that will tell me that it's working correctly. So here you can see, excuse me. Here you can see the leaderboard. You can click down, have a scroll through the top. It takes quite a long time. You want to start scrolling the whole way down to see, but this, the top 10 gives you a good idea of where you want to be for the top. Now, here is the data of where you need to be in the leaderboard here. So round 1, total entrance 203. So by the time, what we did, we set a cap of the first 200. We didn't know how many would be. So for round 1, we set a cap of 200 NFTs to enter the game. So if you were to click down all the way, load, it would load up the 203 entries that are in round 1. So if your rank is 203, you are the loser, the absolute pile of crap at the bottom of the table. So God love you if you're that person. Rank 203, you're a loser. I wonder if one of mine is. Hope it's not. Anyway, so total victors is 102. So out of the 203 that enter round 1, 102 will go through to round 2 automatically. The way the main game will work. There have been 430 NFTs minted. So if your number is 204 to 430, you will be able to enter in round 2. Your NFT at the minute will be showing no data. It will show that in your my NFTs, but it won't show any portfolio data. But once we tick over into pre-game tomorrow, any NFTs numbered 204 to 430 or any of the more that are minted tonight, they will become active for round 2 at that time. So if you're in the top 102, you won't need to do anything. That, as I say, that will enable us to test what we call lateral entry. And if you get eliminated, if you're one of the 101 that get eliminated, you will be able to test the re-entry whitelist. So we give all 203 NFTs a whitelist to re-enter. So look, I know what we're doing. We'll be testing that. But if you get eliminated by tomorrow, by round 2, you should be able to re-enter. The DApp should give you the option when you click into an NFT. It should give you the option it should say you have been eliminated. Would you like to re-enter? So hopefully 5 minutes. Let me just check. The cron is what it's called. The cron bot. Whenever we are kicking off the full game, we will put the bot live in the Telegram group. Also, I'd love, there's 38 people watching here, 39 people watching here at the minute. The Telegram's pretty quiet. Come on in, share your portfolios, have a little bit of chat, get involved a little bit more. It'll help me create a little bit more hype. Georgie is a new community manager. He's setting up quests and doing a hell of a lot of work in the background to make holders at the end, to make a lot more engaging content and things to do for our NFT holders. So he's even got a giveaway running there at the minute. It's not for a lot. I can't even remember how much it is. It's not a lot of Pulse, but there's free Pulse. All you need to do is, when you're participating, is screenshot your portfolio and post it under one of the posts on the Pulse Wars page. All the details are in the Telegram. So if you go into Telegram, t.me/join Pulse Wars, just go in there. You scroll back a little bit and you'll find the giveaway post. So yeah, just to help get a little bit more engagement. So let's see. Let's just check something. So excuse me. The one placed in number one, portfolio value 14,268. 14,268. Let me just check something. 14,268. 14,268. I have a terrible memory. When I'm 14,268. Let's get the. Oh, look at that. Ranks are gone. 14,268. That was this one. Ranks are gone because it must be updating. 14,268. Trade now. Rank is gone. 14,268. All right. No, that's the wrong one. Shit. Back my NFTs. $14,268. Should just write it down. Where's the one that was in first place? This must be this one. Yeah, this one, 14,268. You'll see the portfolio value here is changed. This price updates in the game, the price updates every hour. Okay. So the portfolio value here will be updated every hour. Whereas the leaderboard, what it shows in the leaderboard only updates every 12 hours. So let me see. 14,268. The ranks were disappearing there for a second. It should update around this time. I could be wrong. I'm just hoping. I was hoping that it would do it live whenever I was on, so we could get the next update. 2105 portfolio. It's not 2105. 22. I'll give it another little minute and see if it does. While I'm waiting on this to see if it does update, let's have a quick look at. Let's see if I've got one that will have the boost function not used yet. Maxi, this one maybe. Trade now. No, I boosted the Sol in that one already. Let's see. Founder used that boost. This one. I don't think I used this one yet. So This one is a native. It holds a 100% access in its portfolio. So whenever I minted this, because it's a native, it will get one of the 20 Pulsechain coins. One of the 20 Pulsechain coins. It's ranked 56, but yeah, out of the 20, it picked access. So that last update, it's up only up 1%. Only up 1% since it was claimed. So the boost function, we'll run through it now. Boost can be called once per round, and it will boost your portfolio by up to 10%. It's just a luck of the draw whether you get 1, 2, 5, or 10%. So start boost. This will just teach you what you're doing. Boost has to happen in 2 stages. So part 1 creates the boost, and then part 2 makes you wait until the next block, and then it calls the boost. It's something to do with security. That it can't be. You can't wait and game it. So you see here, portfolio boost has moved on to 2 of 2. Please wait for it, and then it gives you a little countdown. So whenever that hits 0, you can finish the boost then. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. It'll highlight again once it's active. If I click finish boost, I'm using MetaMask for my testing, all the testing transactions. So always set the gas. I always set the gas to aggressive on MetaMask. I use Robbie for everything else. So up the gas. Confirm. Finish boost. Let's see. Excuse me. Thank you to the 42 people watching at the minute. No patience. I'll speed it up. Just since we're watching live. Yeah, if anybody has any specific questions, hopefully you can see how easy the game is to play. If you understand or you know about the different NFTs, okay, so congratulations. I got a 5% boost on my NFT. Continue, nice. So look, that boosted there already. You go down the bottom, it boosted already. It gives you the amount. So nice little boost there. That rank, was that rank 63 a minute ago? Let's go back and check. So yeah, that's the boost function. Luck of the draw, whether you get 1, 2, 5, or 10%. So that was a nice little boost. We'll go back to my NFTs. I just hope. I don't know whether it is exactly at this time that it updates or not. That's still rank 185, 164, 132, 23. I should have checked. I don't know whether those are the same ranks or not. Yeah, I don't think they were in those same positions a minute ago. Leaderboard, Pulse Wars leaderboard. 14664. That wasn't what we were talking about earlier on. No, they're definitely different. So yes, everybody playing the game at the minute, there's another leaderboard update. So I am still in first place. Yeah, they're definitely different images than were there before. So yeah, bing, like clockwork. Took about 5 minutes to update there. It actually, a little note, while the update's happening, it updates in sequential order. So as it runs through and updates each NFT, the rank can continually change. So if you look and it's in the middle of updating the leaderboards, it might say you're in 10th place. But by the time it finishes and runs through all the other NFTs, there could be 100 that were below you that end up above you. So always wait until maybe give it about 5 or 10 minutes after the rank update to wait and make sure that it's ran through all the entries and that you don't see a wrong rank. So yeah, lovely. Still in first place. You. Look at that bad boy. Whenever you're looking at the leaderboard, you can click in to any of you. So if you're on here, if you just click any of the NFTs, it will bring you through to the trade screen for it. It will look like I made this mistake in testing by clicking into one and then thinking it was mine. You can click in, then it all looks like it's yours. Let's go to one that's not actually mine. You see, Pulse Wars leaderboard. I'm pretty sure I don't own this one. See what I mean? You can click into it and it looks like you own it, but you don't. You go to trade now, there'll be no, there's no trades on that one anyway. But yeah, if I click the boost, start boost, it'll fail. It knows it's not mine, so it doesn't let me call the boost on somebody else's NFT. But in testnet, I was clicking into them and I clicked into one and thought it was mine. Quickly realized it wasn't though. So yeah, really loving all the little aspects of the game we've got so far. As I say, everything's working. It's just a few little UI issues. We've got all the trades are working correctly. Boosts are working correctly. Leaderboards are updating. Tomorrow we check lateral entry, re-entry. We will also load in some rewards to check the rewards at the end of each round. Community Pulse Wars. So tomorrow, when this round ends, we'll be able to click in previous round. That this current round will show up then in previous round. And when you'll see there'll be a button to enable you to filter out your own NFTs, and it will show you if any of your NFTs are eligible to collect a reward. So yeah, when we do, and the next video that we do, the next kind of stream update, we'll be able to show a finished leaderboard, claiming rewards, and once we've done that, that's pretty much everything working. We are ready to rock. Where are we at in terms of sales? 605 million pulse. 605 million pulse. Let's put it into USDC. Let's see what it's worth. $605. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. $27,000 we'll have at the minute. $27,000. Where do we get to? We just need back to sacrifice rate. We need to get to about 1.2. 1.2 is I think where we can get to about 100 grand again. That's without any sales. So not as juicy as we'd like it to be. One thing to note, NFTs are still, before we start the game, NFTs are still 1 million PLS at the minute. We'll bring that back up actually. And we'll have a look at pulsewars.io. Woo, look at that. Enter the pulse pounding world of Pulse Wars. Enter the league. So this is the real one. 800 of 10,000 possible entries minted, and 126 citizens. This is all updated. So 605 million pulse. So I've actually sold a few more. That will update a little bit. I need to, there's actually probably can be some more of the funds transferred over into the prize pool wallet from the game treasury. So that figure can actually go up a little bit. It's not much, but it can go up. 800. So at the minute, they are still 1 million pulse, or 1.25 million if you manage to get a founder. That will increase as soon as we start round 1. The price will instantly go up to, now I'm not 100% decided. It will be either 1.5 million or 2 million. It just depends where the price is at. And then after that, it will go up every single round. So, we're playing the test game at the minute. You can see everything's working. You can see we've got almost $30,000 in the prize pool. We go back to sacrifice rate. It won't take long for that prize pool to get to $100,000. $100,000 with only 240 people holding the NFTs. So you have a 1 in 240 chance, kind of. There's only 240 wallets. Out of those 240 wallets, somebody is going to win a hell of a chunk of that $100,000, and that's only now. The game's going to last for a hell of a lot longer than the length of the time of this test game. What I'm trying to say is that the prize pool is going to grow exponentially with more people entering, with the PLS running the bull run. So yeah, we're really not even started here yet, folks. Although we've been active for so long, the beginning is nigh. Okay, that's all for tonight. So yeah, test.pulsewars.io. You still have time to come. You can actually still come along after round 2 and join in round 3. This is all just testing. But yeah, really easy to come and play. Get familiar with the game, DAP. Give us some feedback. I want to say thanks very much to Gaza from the Telegram group today. He's very active over there in the Coin Hub ecosystem. But yeah, he helped a lot today. He tried all the functions, sent me feedback on everything. So just a wee public shout out and thank you to Gaza for all the help that he gave me today in testing. He gave me feedback on absolutely every single point, found every glitch that I found. So yeah, thanks very much for that. Yeah, all good. Test.pulsewars.io. Go and mint one. They only cost 0.01 pulse, so they're not free, but they may as well be. I'm sure that's fractions of a penny for one of the test NFTs, and they will not have any bearing. They will not affect your real Pulse Wars NFTs or anything like that. And they won't even show up whenever you go to play the game in the real game app.pulsewars.io. Those test NFTs won't even show up. So yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. Exciting times for me. It's been a lot of effort to get to this point. So we're almost there. Another week and we'll have everything tested, and hopefully after that we can announce a start date. So take care, everyone. We're on the way up now.